simpática porque normalmente siempre escuchas a muchos jugadores que han pasado por aquí.
when the gauntlet was thrown down by Zinedine Zidane,
announced his engagement this week, earlier on, a couple of days ago. So quite a few comments. Capreet wishing you well on your engagement. Jidesh says your wife is in safe hands. Great comment, Jidesh. I like that one. And also as well, congratulations from Austin. Love for India. So keep all your well wishes coming in. Also, let's hear from Manas Gira. He's still in lockdown, unfortunately.
What is up, you guys? All of us fans have a football-related memory that lasts with us forever. And I'll give you a few examples. The time when you played football in the rain, you put that wicked sliding tackle that went through the puddle, missed everything. The television sets well past midnight just to see Joe and Bachi's squabble. Or the time when your team lifted the title for the very first time in front of you. That, my friends, Real Madrid fans might be reliving very soon. Today, we will be talking about footballing memories and much more with a real special fan club, Kenya Madridista de Nagpur. But before they join us, Joe, I have a question for you. Which is one of your fondest memories in the studio?
I've got a terrible memory. I can't remember what I did yesterday. But one thing I will say, Manas, is when you get engaged, okay, like Capreet, I'm going to buy you as an engagement gift a new football because I'm sick of seeing that old one. Right, keep your comments coming in. Will says, Hala Madrid, as always, today we'll win again, as we always do. So.
Gareth Bale has to leave.
Capri, please. Zinedine Zidane was begged by the football club to come back and help. He's fulfilling
the rest. You've got this season to play out in the next week, and then we're into Champions League the week after.
Of course, they are pushing him to the limit, and as Kevin was mentioning, there's no other option. I don't think Jovic is as good
me fall for this club, and since then I have been a proud and a diehard Madridista.
Awesome. Can Real Madrid make a few more memories tonight? We know soon. It's back to you, Joe.
And by the way, if you've got an old ball like Manas has, do not throw it away, even when it's done. Put it in a glass case, mount it, put it in your living room. That's my advice. Let me get a few more comments in before we head across to Andalusia for kickoff. Remember, Granada against Real Madrid, if you've just joined us. Aritra says, enough of the resting. They rested during lockdown. Yes, I know. This is an unusual season, though, and it's not a normal season. Remember, next year will be a normal season, and then there's the European Championships after it, and then there's another season, and then there's the World Cup. So managing players' playing time, Kevin, is important over the next couple of years.
It certainly is, Joe. And also, who you bring in, there's going to be a massive recruitment drive going on with clubs and how they actually buy players or exchange players. It's going to be fascinating what's coming up, Joe, over the next couple of years. But you have to be smart how you utilize these players now, because they're very precious now, Joe. They're not like when me and Budgie were back in the day, Joe.
Right, predictions, please. Kevin, you go first, quickly.
2-1 Real Madrid.
I think it'll be 1-0. 1-0 to Madrid.
Okay. Right, the players are in the tunnel at the Estadio Nuevo Los Carmenes, and we're going to go there and join your commentary team of Tim Lee and Rick Sharma.
Of a monument, and we're going to build it by
Promises to be a hot and passionate encounter between Granada and Real Madrid. Promoted a year ago, Granada can still qualify for Europe. A win would lift them to 8th. Real Madrid are closing in on the title. They can restore their 4-point lead over Barcelona with a win. A victory tonight would be their 9th in a row. I'm alongside Rick Sharma. Rick, how impressive is what young Diego Martinez is achieving with Granada this season?
Hello, Tim. Hello, everyone. I don't think there's any doubt that Diego Martinez has been fantastic for Granada this season. Never in their wildest dreams would they be expecting to challenge for a European place, and yet that's exactly what they're doing at this point of the season.
Well, it's incredible form for a side promoted just a year ago. And here is the 11 selected tonight by their 39-year-old manager. Rui Silva in goal, a back four of Victor Diaz, German Sanchez, Domingos Duarte and Gil Diaz. The holding midfielders are Ramon Assis with Yangel Herrera, and then it's Dimitri Fulquier, Fede Vigo and Darwin Machis playing just behind Carlos Fernandez. There are 5 changes from the team that played on Friday night in San Sebastian against Real Sociedad. Former Real Madrid striker Roberto Soldado is left on the bench this evening. Here is Zidane's 11. Courtois in goal, Carvajal, Ramos, Varane and Mendy. Cruz, Casemiro and Modric in midfield, and with Benzema in attack, it's Valverde and Isco. So 4 changes from the side that beat Alaves on Friday night. Ramos and Carvajal come back from suspension, and Zidane selects Valverde and Isco ahead of Asensio and Rodrigo. It's crunch time in La Liga Santander. The decisive week is upon us. Real Madrid can become champions on Thursday. They have 3 games remaining. They know that 5 points will guarantee the title. A win tonight would be their 9th in 30 days. They have been imperious and relentless, and they are now within touching distance of glory. The hosts have eyes on glory of their own. Granada can climb to 8th with a win. They are fighting for European football in their first year back among the elite. This is Granada against Real Madrid, live on Facebook Watch with me, Tim Lee, alongside Rick Sharma. Well, this is Real Madrid's first match at the Nuevo Los Carmenes since May 2017, when Zidane's side won in week 36 en route to clinching the title. The score on that evening was 4-0. James scored twice, Alvaro Morata scored twice against a Granada team managed by Kevin Campbell's former captain, Tony Adams. Well, you can see it's a warm night in Andalusia, 25 degrees centigrade. As Benzema makes an early challenge and just takes a slight knock. Just caught there by Domingos Duarte.
It's interesting to see Luka Modric pushing up and doing the pressing here. 34 years of age, and yet he's still running like the best of them.
Well, a missed kick there from Valverde. Casemiro with an excellent ball to Isco, who gave it away. This is Dimitri Fulquier.
A little bit inside with Mendy up the left.
Toni Kroos lifting it to Modric. He's just teasing Gil Diaz, then delivering. Away by Duarte. Carlos Fernandez couldn't quite keep it in. Well, he is a player, Luka Modric, who's been highly praised in the Madrid media lately.
Class নেই অফিসও নেই কোনো distraction নতুন এই সময়টা
I don't think that it's anything bad for him to have a few months off to recharge his batteries and get back into it.
Well, no Marcelo tonight for Zinedine Zidane. Of course, he's out injured along with the likes of Nacho and Mariano, and James Rodriguez left out of the squad. Still no Luka Jovic as well, after he was in self-isolation. And Diego Martinez with a number of players unavailable, but that's been the case all season, and they just seem to manage. Gonalon unavailable, Alex Martinez, Jose Antonio Martinez, Vadio and Vallejo as well. They have picked up 7 points from the last 9 available. They've just squandered possession there. It was won by Valverde. And then Modric found Isco. Into the box he goes, onto the right foot. There's the shot. And really good, tidy handling there from the Granada goalkeeper, Rui Silva, who's enjoying a brilliant first season in La Liga Santander.
That's what you get if you play Isco in that position. Slightly off to the left, he can come inside and have a go with his curling efforts, and that wasn't too bad of a rangefinder from him.
Headed off there by Varane. He was under pressure from Darwin Machis. Well, there is Zinedine Zidane. His team have been immense lately. 8 straight wins, just 2 goals conceded. They are displaying the strength, the depth, the resilience, the belief of champions. 5 consecutive clean sheets have put them within touching distance of the title. and they could become champions in just 74 hours. They need to beat Granada and then Villarreal. Beautiful ball there to the feet of Darwin Machís, and he delivers the cross. It comes off Rafael Varane. Not too far away from being an own goal. And indeed, if you want to know the last time Granada beat Real Madrid, you have to go back to February 2013. They won here 1-0. It was an own goal by Cristiano Ronaldo, the only own goal he's scored in his entire career. The likes of Varane, Ramos, Modric, Marcelo and Benzema all played in that game.
Benzema missed a big chance towards the end of that match, and since then he's gone on to a much higher level, so I don't think he'll be missing anything like that today.
Well, he has a good record against this opponent as well, Karim Benzema, in general. 11 goals in 13 matches against Granada. Here he is. Blocked by Machís. This is Ramon Assis, spreading it now to Dimitri Foulquier. Player born in France, but raised in Guadeloupe. Federico aiming for Carlos Fernandez, and Ramos made the challenge there and won the goal kick. The captain is back.
It's a very clean tackle from Ramos, just as you need to be clean in that position in your own box.
Casemiro's towering header. Duarte sends it back. Ramon Assis battling, but Modric got there first. Herrera was nipping at the heels of Isco. So was Vico. Real still have the ball.
It looks like Valverde then was just a bit ahead too, so I think maybe he and Modric have got permission to rotate and maybe make it quite hard for Granada players to pick up whoever's going to run in to support Benzema.
Well, it's Dani Carvajal running in now. Couldn't quite gather the pass from Luka Modric. Sloppy play. Mondi back to Ramos. Casemiro with time and space. Modric found a pocket of room between defence and midfield, but he was dispossessed. And good movement there from Carlos Fernandez. This is Gil Diaz, just his third start for Granada, lifting it towards Darwin Machís, and an easy one there for Rafael Varane. Well, there he is, just 39 years of age, the Granada manager. Took over in June 2018, took them up in his first season, and here they are, coming into this game in 10th, could climb to 8th. Real coming forward with Casemiro. Ferland Mondi. Powerful run to the byline, and that is absolutely outstanding from the Real Madrid left-back. What a breakthrough there for Zidane's team. Mondi makes it Granada 0, Real Madrid 1.
Some people say that Mondi doesn't give you the attacking edge that Marcelo does, but they just proved everyone wrong there. A brilliant burst into the box, and he finished like an absolute truck.
He had so much to do. He just careered his way between Foulquier and Victor Diaz. There was no stopping him. The speed, the momentum, and then the finish was emphatic. Crashed above Rui Silva.
He did really well to knock the ball in behind the defender there, because a lot of people wouldn't try that. But he backed himself, he backed his own pace, and he got in behind.
A sensational way to score your first goal for Real Madrid.
With Zidane not playing any of his 6 wingers, you need the fullbacks to provide width and momentum going forward, and that's just what they did there.
This is Aziz. Well, the first shot of the match, really, and what a strike it was. Fulquier didn't get tight enough, but nor did Victor Diaz. And Mondi took full advantage. Well, for any Barcelona supporters tuning in South Asia, it's not the start you were hoping for. This imperious Real Madrid side just keep marching on. Federico winning it from Ramos, and then he was fouled. The referee is Santiago Jaime Latre. He was in charge when these sides met in October. That was a clash between first and second in the table at the Bernabeu back in week 8. Real won 4-2 in a very entertaining game. They went 3-0 up, but Granada rallied to make it 3-2, and late on James Rodriguez scored to make sure of the points for Zidane's team. Well, Jaime Latre has blown his whistle, given the free kick, and now an opportunity for the hosts to try and respond. Very high defensive line from Real Madrid. Whipped in with pace, really good delivery. A goal kick is awarded. It was Yangel Herrera battling.
It's difficult to defend those kinds of free kicks that dip just at the right moment.
Yangel Herrera is on loan from Manchester City, a young Venezuelan midfielder who has played for New York City, where he was managed by a former teammate of Zinedine Zidane, Patrick Vieira. He impressed with Huesca last season, but Huesca were relegated. Potentially on course for a swift return to the top flight. Varane. Searching ball there. Couldn't find Carvajal. Real have been so strong defensively lately. Thibaut Courtois has 18 clean sheets this season. They've kept 5 in a row. They've only conceded 1 goal in the last 7 matches. That was scored by Mikel Merino of Real Sociedad. And with that early breakthrough from Mondi, they know that another clean sheet tonight, and they are within 2 points of the title. And that's assuming Barcelona win both of their remaining games.
As you say, Tim, Courtois has played a huge role in that. And it's funny, when these teams met,
Machis latching on to the pass from Ramon Aziz, took it down really well, waited for support, and no clear pass was forthcoming.
No, when these teams met back in October, Courtois wasn't playing, it was Areola in goal. And at that time, Courtois had taken a lot of criticism
Benzema into the box, running at Victor Diaz. Emphatic. The league leaders are steaming towards the title. They are making light work here of Granada. 2 up inside 16 minutes. Karim Benzema with his 19th of the season.
It's an exquisite finish from Benzema. You just back him to finish those every single time now. In the past, you'd wonder about his finishing quality and his inconsistency, but now he is a killer once again in front of goal. Very clever from Isco there.
Beautiful play. And then once Benzema received it from Modric, just one thing in his mind. Manoeuvred it onto the right boot. Lifted it gracefully over Rui Silva, and a 2-goal lead early on for the league leaders. 2 shots, 2 goals.
Granada captain Victor Diaz might have been able to get a bit tighter to Benzema there and either block the shot or at least not give him so much room to take that shot.
Well, the same possibly could be said on the first goal as well. And Victor Diaz actually played under Quique Setien at Lugo, but he hasn't been able to help out his former manager in any way in the opening passage of this match. Well, a yellow card for Ferland Mendy. Here is the challenge, catching Yangel Herrera. It's worth noting that Mendy was sent off against Espanyol in December, his only red card in Spanish football, and it was given by this referee, Jaime Latri. Well, here was the first goal. A rocket.
Had such a little tiny space to aim at, and he managed to get it into that space above the goalkeeper's head. The striker couldn't have finished that better.
Real Madrid have scored 13 goals in their last 3 matches against Granada. They've got 2 in the opening 16 minutes. Granada's heaviest ever La Liga defeat came against Real Madrid. It was 9-1 5 seasons ago. Cristiano scored 5. The only player remaining in the Granada team from that match is Dimitri Foulquier. Well, it's been an exhibition early on here from the champions-elect. They have shown their class. 2 brilliant goals. A dummy there from Modric, tried to return it to Benzema.
Since La Liga resumed, Madrid have been a machine, and they haven't always shown great flair and great attacking prowess in that time. They've been more based on very solid play, a lot of good teamwork, and then snatching a goal, often towards the end of games. In the last 3, they've relied on 3 penalties. But in the first 20 minutes of this, they have been sensational.
Varane through the back of Carlos Fernandes.
I think his arm caught Carlos Fernandes on the head. I don't think it was intentional.
Valverde able to turn and then hold it up on the halfway line. Mendy had a difficult pass to deal with there, and the foul by Isco.
It's been interesting to watch Isco's development over the last couple of years. He used to be a box of tricks, full of flair, but now he's much more of a team player, and maybe he's lost a little bit of that attacking edge. But for Zinedine Zidane, I think he's far more useful as this kind of all-round midfielder who can help out even in positions like that.
Granada happy to play the free kick short. They worked it to Fulquier. Now Machis crossing, punched away by Courtois. He was under pressure from Carlos Fernandez. We're just hearing the applause to infinity. 20th minute of every La Liga match since the resumption. Real have won their last 9 games against Granada by an aggregate score of 32-4. And the dominance has continued in the early exchanges here tonight. This is no easy stadium to visit. League leaders Barcelona were beaten here in September. Getafe lost here. Atletico Madrid could only draw. Valencia drew more recently.
Given that good record, Tim, you know Diego Martinez will not be happy with his team so far in this one, because I'm sure he wants to come out here, set his stall out and force Madrid to come forward and try and lure them out of position instead of just going down very easily.
Well, both goals came from a similar channel through the pitch. It was that area between Diaz and Fulquier. Diego Martinez opting for 3 centre-backs and wing-backs. 5-4-1 perhaps you could call it. And here Madrid come again on the left. Isco. Left by Modric. We are seeing this flamboyance tonight from Zidane's side. They're playing with swagger. They're playing like a team who believe they will win the title. This is the decisive week, and they are determined to enjoy it. Ramos. It's an excellent ball to Carvajal, and now the league leaders are just caressing the ball all over the park. Granada being made to chase shadows.
Perhaps only in their game against Valencia we saw Madrid play a bit like this since the restart of La Liga. The other games have been very serious, very close encounters.
Well, that second half against Valencia was exhilarating from Zidane's team. They've turned it on in the first half here. And they're keeping the ball so well, but moving it around quickly. There's nothing stagnant about this possession.
I think there's an interesting point to be made about Madrid's consistency since the league's come back, because often in La Liga they haven't been the most consistent of teams, but people call them a tournament side, and this is almost like a mini tournament. The last few weeks of the season, they know all they have to do is win this few number of games and they will be champions.
Casemiro over the top for Dani Carvajal, cushioned down for Karim Benzema. Now Varane. Beautifully turned there. It was Casemiro just dropping the shoulder on Herrera.
Zidane went for control by picking 5 midfielders, and he certainly got it.
Well, these have to be 25 of the most impressive minutes of Real Madrid's season. Here they come with Federico Valverde, beautiful cutback. Carvajal went for goal, blocked by Germán Sanchez. Well, the games have come thick and fast, but there is no sign of fatigue for Zinedine Zidane's team. Indeed, Zidane spoke pre-game about Gregory Dupont, the fitness coach who's in his first year at the club. Said he's a great person and a great trainer and a vital component for us. Here is Karim Benzema, threads it for Isco. Isco with the cutback, and it was almost turned home by Benzema. Flag raised anyway.
Lovely little nutmeg it looked like by Benzema there.
Isco had just strayed offside. Isco making his 199th start in La Liga tonight. Did lose at this stadium way back in May of 2013 when he was playing under Pellegrini at Malaga, a season in which Malaga reached the Champions League quarter-finals. Casemiro cut it out. Victor Diaz did win it back. And now Fernandez. Tenacious play from Valverde. But the whistle is blown. A free kick for Granada.
That's what Valverde will give you. A lot of energy. He won't stop running and he won't stop fighting for the ball.
A good dummy there. Carlos Fernandez didn't read it, tries to win it back. Courtois clears with his weaker foot. It was a strong clearance. Now Gil Diaz. Granada have won 9 games at home this season, but more recently they are on their worst streak at home this season. 3 games without a victory, 2 defeats and then a draw. It was a draw against Valencia, in which they equalised late on. Darwin Machi skipped over the challenge of Varane and managed to whip one into the centre. Too high for Fernandez.
If Barcelona fans can take any hope from Granada's recent games, is that they will keep trying until the end. A couple of very late goals against Real Sociedad and then, as Tim said, against Valencia as well.
Luka Modric, delightful pass to Benzema. Cruz is manoeuvring into the box. Benzema to the byline. There's the cutback. Away by Victor Diaz. Isco. Now Carvajal. Playing as a centre forward. Turning his marker and firing the shot away. Lots of fluidity in this team, and the fullbacks coming forward and really making an impact.
It's really worrying for Granada that every time Madrid come forward, they just look like slicing Granada open. They've got in behind a fair few times, and actually until this game, Granada had only conceded 6 more goals than Barcelona this season. So Madrid are definitely doing something right here.
Strong flick on
goal, maybe standing up bigger for the first goal, Capri.
Definitely. I agree that the pace was too fast, and this.
No.
Say it.
Kevin does that. I will hand you over to Kevin to do that, Treyas.
Hell of a